This is the WYDE Weekly for July 17, 2026. The back office of American finance went crypto-native this week. Visa launched a stablecoin platform for banks. The DTCC ran its first live trades of tokenized stocks and treasuries. Morgan Stanley switched on spot crypto trading for E-Trade. And Citadel Securities put $400 million into Crypto.com. The giving side set records of its own. WyoGives raised a record $6.46 million for 514 Wyoming nonprofits. Lilly Endowment became the first American foundation to report a $100 billion endowment. And the Eat Card app went live on the Apple App Store. Let's get into it. First, the build. The Eat Card app is live on the Apple App Store. It is a Visa debit card, FDIC insured through a regulated bank partner. No crypto knowledge required, and every swipe funds meals through our Feed the Children partnership. This is what we have been building toward all year, and it is now one download away. Now to hunger relief and food security. SNAP enrollment has dropped by 4 million people, and Feeding America is answering with a national campaign to keep eligible families enrolled and fed. Food banks cannot absorb a gap that size on their own, which is the whole point of the campaign. Hunger is also turning up in psychiatric wards as SNAP and Medicaid cuts take hold. Clinicians say food insecurity is now walking through the emergency room door. A few more from the hunger beat. Rhode Island's congressional delegation is asking the USDA to replace 16 canceled food bank shipments as the federal truckload fight reaches New England. The World Food Program warns that hunger in Sudan is deepening amid a $646 million funding gap. The world's largest hunger crisis is still the world's most underfunded. And private aviation giant GTEx is partnering with the World Food Program on Share the Meal, so luxury travel money starts buying meals. Next, philanthropy and charitable giving. Our home state's Giving Day beat its own record. WyoGives raised $6.46 million for 514 nonprofits in a single day. Wyoming keeps proving that a small population moves serious money when the rails make it easy, which is the same bet we made when we chartered here. Lilly Endowment became the first foundation in the United States to report a $100 billion endowment. That number is worth sitting with. It makes Lilly the largest foundation in the country, and it makes the 5% payout floor we covered last edition a $5 billion a year question for one institution alone. Warren Buffett is dropping the Gates Foundation from nearly $6 billion in giving. One of philanthropy's biggest pipelines just changed course. 2 more in giving. A developer says he built a blockchain where donations cannot change purpose, and purpose-bound giving is the exact problem we build for. And TikToker Catherine Ebbs apologized after backlash over her viral small-town grocery store video. Creator credibility is becoming its own beat. On to institutional crypto and the money rails. Visa is handing every bank and fintech on its network a way to issue and settle with stablecoins, starting with OpenUSD. When the world's largest card network productizes the rail is no longer the experiment. The DTCC ran its first live trades of tokenized stocks, exchange-traded funds, and treasuries. The plumbing that settles American markets just carried real on-chain volume. The rails kept moving elsewhere too. Morgan Stanley opened spot crypto trading on E-Trade for Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana, giving millions of retail brokerage accounts direct access. Citadel Securities invested $400 million in Crypto.com at a $20 billion valuation. Wall Street's biggest market maker picked a side. Japan reclassified crypto as a financial instrument, clearing the path to Bitcoin exchange-traded funds in the world's third-largest economy. The European Central Bank picked 36 payment providers, including Stripe and Revolut, for its digital euro pilot, moving Europe's central bank digital currency from paper to pilot. Visa, MasterCard, and Ripple backed X402, the stablecoin standard for AI agent payments. The machines are getting their own checkout. The United Kingdom launched a tokenization task force of 54 firms for its wholesale markets. because London does not want to watch from the sidelines. Stripe and Advent offered to buy PayPal for more than $53 billion, which means fintech's biggest name may change hands. Ether rose 10% in a week as Japan's crypto law, exchange-traded fund inflows, and soft inflation data converged. The Ethereum Foundation's privacy team spun out as ETH systems to build bank-grade confidentiality, making privacy a product, not a plugin. And Polymarket filed for a United States license to offer margin trading, as prediction markets keep pushing into regulated territory. Now fraud, accountability, and the rules. The United States Senate voted unanimously to oppose any pardon for Sam Bankman-Fried. Unanimous is rare for anything in the Senate. On FTX, both parties agreed the record stands, and the industry's rebuilt credibility depends on it staying that way. Tether froze $131 million after OFAC sanctioned 4 wallets tied to Iran's central bank. Stablecoin issuers are now part of the sanctions apparatus. More receipts. Senators pressed Attorney General nominee Todd Blanche on crypto enforcement and the Binance pardon, putting enforcement policy on the record. A DOJ trade fraud task force says it has recovered more than $1 billion in a year. Follow the money keeps working. And Bonzo Lend lost $9 million in a Hedera Oracle exploit as the network's value dropped 40%. Oracles remain the soft underbelly of decentralized finance. Next up, science, AI, and frontier tech. The largest open-weight AI model ever released now comes out of Beijing. Moonshot. AI released Kimi K3 at 2.8 trillion parameters, with the weights committed for July 27th. The frontier is officially multipolar and increasingly open. Humanoid robots performed live surgery for the first time at UC San Diego. The operating room just got a new kind of resident. More from the frontier. China's AI companion law took effect, shutting down Dubao and Quen agents for millions of users, the first hard limits on synthetic relationships. Daniel X Neko Health raised $700 million to bring full-body scans to the United States. Life Biosciences dosed its first patient as cellular rejuvenation reaches human trials, so longevity science has crossed into the clinic. Augmoto raised $21 million to take its worker-worn AI badges beyond retail. And Shift is giving San Francisco free private chefs to harvest robot training data. Your dinner is someone's dataset. Time for Eat by the Numbers. Meals funded, over 60,000, against the next milestone of 100,000. That is the number we actually measure, and it only moves one direction. The EAT token sat near a fraction of a cent, with a market cap around $2.1 million, roughly $680,000 in liquidity, and about 1,200 holders, all as of July 10th, per Gecko Terminal. Every trade and every swipe routes 25% of the fee to hunger relief, and every dollar that reaches that bucket creates 5 meals through our Feed the Children partnership. Before we close, join us. The Eat Card app is on the App Store and the beta list is open ahead of the public launch. If you create, our creator program pays on verified results, not follower count. You can apply at apply.eat.ong. And if you run a business, the cause card extends to business spend too. The rails our exchange runs on became everyone's rails this week, and the card that feeds people made it to the phone in your pocket. The meals number only moves one direction. Worth watching. Onward. The WYDE team.